Hi everyone, I'm here with a real quick video to talk a little bit more about dragons, of course. So it is a nice day out today, I'm walking around and I wanted to talk about some misunderstandings about dragons. And especially in the entire starseed community, let's call it that, which should be all about unity. It should be about collaboration, and it should be about operating from a higher consciousness level. So, I'm not gonna lie and say that, like, I am disappointed when I see comments of people that just completely get triggered when you talk about dragons. And I don't notice it a lot, but here and there will be a person that gets very triggered whenever I post something about I have to watch where I'm going because I almost slipped in this mud here. So if you see me looking down, it is because of that. So some people can get very triggered and they can really start attacking you when you mention dragons in like I will post videos in Facebook groups sometimes, and in some of these starseed themed groups people can be very divided when it comes to the dragons. Some people will understand that dragons are very important high-level celestial beings. Other people don't seem to understand that there is a difference between reptilian beings that are negatively polarized and dragon beings that are positively polarized. Some people, look at this little bridge. Can you see this bridge? So, and that's when you see that people act very triggered. So this person started really getting, like, it was almost like a child was writing a comment. And then, so what did I do? I calmly reminded that person of the fact that this reaction, very like exaggerated, childish almost reaction, and I don't mean childish in like a happy, fun, inner child way, but like an instinct, fight or flight, very defensive kind of way. That is your reptilian brain that is making you react in this way. And that's the thing, we are part reptilian. This Project Earth that was started here is the result of a bunch of different star races coming together and contributing genetic material to the Earth human, the way that we know the Earth human now. That is why there is such a variety of different types of Earth human. We are all part of a combination of genetic material from all over the galaxy and beyond, from other galaxies even. So, because they did not want this to happen, again, they did not want the separation, they did not want the division, they wanted us to overcome the negative parts within ourselves so that we would choose, consciously choose for the higher evolved parts of ourselves. I'm back at this little bridge. So yeah. Now, I have to make sure my phone does not fall in the water. So, and I just calmly pointed that out. And of course that triggered the person even more. But the thing is, if we are still thinking in black and white, we are still thinking in good and evil, then we are operating within a separation matrix. And if we do not see that God simply is, and that good and bad is a choice, that positive and negative is a choice, and that you can always choose, then we are completely missing the point. And if a lot of people keep this idea in mind of reptiles are negative by default. Then they're missing the whole point, because the original dragon beings, original reptile beings, originated in a parallel universe way older than our universe. They were around way before there were ever any human forms. And they are originally angelic in nature. And I talk about this a little bit in my first story, Angels and Dragons and Other Things, where I talk about the seraphim. The seraphim are the burning ones. They are basically angels that worship God, that worship Source. They are creator beings. They are all about mission. And dragons originally are beings of light. They are some of the first creations of God, Source, and they are creator beings. So that is what they are. And somehow the whole story got twisted. And when you have the reptilians, the negatively polarized ones, they are simply fallen beings that have forgotten where they come from. So they have basically forgotten their connection to God. They have forgotten their connection to Source energy. And in the universe, and in all the other parallel universes, because we live in a multiverse, and I talk about this way more in the first module of my Dragon Codes course, where we go into the dragons, the origin of dragons, the angels, our contracts with dragons as human beings. So if you're interested in dragons, if you want to learn more, if you want to learn about humanity and the connection to dragons, then I would definitely recommend checking out the Dragon Codes journey. I have a lot of stuff that I've written about dragons. I have a bunch of videos about dragons. I have my free dragon series on YouTube. Go check out the free videos. And I have a channel Dragon Message that I just posted last Friday. And I'm gonna post a new channeled Dragon Message this Friday. It's gonna be a live on Instagram. So definitely sign up to my newsletter if you want to stay up to date on these live channelings, on these things that I do around the dragons. And I think that's it. Let me know if you have ever encountered dragon spirit guides, if you work with dragons, and if you have noticed this division within the New Age community, which I don't like that term at all. You know why. If you've been with me, I have written about it. I've talked about it before. Another thing, do you see this crow? Do you see him? Where is he? So birds and reptiles are related, okay? Birds and reptiles are related. So you have people that are so anti-reptiles, but when you know that the angelic beings in origin were the ancestors of both the most ancient reptilian beings in the multiverse and ancient avian beings. They come from the same angelic type of beings, the seraphim. And when you, because look at them, like they are literally tiny dinosaurs. Birds and lizards, they all come from the same ancestor on a physical level. And when we go and look at that on a bigger scale, we look at the universe, we look at the multiverse, reptilian beings and avian beings all over the different galaxies come from the same angelic type of beings. So there is no separation. There is separation because of free will, because of choices that were made by certain groups of reptilians, by certain groups of avian beings, and so on, that either chose the good or the bad side, whatever. I'm going to stop rambling. Let me know in the comments what you thought. And yeah, that's it. I'm done. Bye.